Test, test, test. Cool. Let's let the world know. At everybody. Friday. Weekend dev stream kicking off. Pure emoji in there. Cool. All right. Oh, excuse me. Oof. All right. What were we doing last? We had our boy set up. Who was? Oh, hey now. Oh. Who was following us around at a distance, which is all good, but now they need to know whether or not to attack us. I could bring this over here. Let's see. Like this. Oh no. This is my devlog 4. Maybe instead. Here we go. All right. So agents follow player at a distance. We got that. Agents will attempt to knock the player out if there are no witnesses around. So what is that like? They're following you around. Let me get my drink really quick. Let me get my water. Fucking love sparkling water. Okay. So agents will attempt to knock the player out if there are no witnesses around. If there are no witnesses around. No witnesses around. So it checks if they're in a private place. Oh, I did start making it, didn't I? I feel like maybe I did start, or I did it in this. Let's see. Yeah, for the agent to check if anyone is watching, does an overlaps check with a sphere, origin from the player. Compare all the NPC game objects in that sphere with a NPC tag. Well, this doesn't really have a collider on it though, huh? This doesn't. In fact, that means it doesn't need a rigid body. This doesn't need this rigid body. All right. All right. It was in agent follow target. Do we do anything here? Back to Sid V routine. Is it in here? Or is it in agent routine? Check if scared at home follows target. Okay. Yeah, so doesn't overlaps check with the sphere, origin from the player, compare all the NPC game objects in that sphere with an NPC tag. But it kind of sucks because we actually don't have any collider on here. So, trying to think of a good way to do this. Compare all the NPCs. First, the agent will. Let me see. This is such a strange note-taking application. Okay. For the agent to check if anyone is watching, does an overlaps check. We can't compare all the NPC game objects in that sphere, so we actually can't really use this overlaps, can we? Because we're not using this NPC presence anymore either. Very interesting. You don't have a collider on your root object. It's like we could talk to all these things, but that's kind of sloppy. Well, let's look at the overlaps action. Find overlaps. It's position, offset shape, max filters, finds overlaps with game colliders in the scene. Yeah, it gets colliders. So then there's the raycast one, that raycast 2. Use either a game object or vector 3 position as the origin of the ray. Goofy King, what's up? Unity CAC Unity? CAC? Kilo Pro Unreal Engine? I don't know where that Unreal Engine is gonna fit into my life. I don't know if it will. I might try it one day. Might try Unreal. It seems like a fun engine to horse around with. But Unity does everything I need right now. CAC, what is CAC, Goofy King? Tell me what CAC is. Because CAC doesn't sound right to me. CAC sounds like something... It sounds like something inappropriate. TBH. So... It's against all colliders again. So again, we're using colliders. I guess maybe if you organize things by tag, if I'm trying to do things there. CAC is opposite of Kilo Pro. It sounds like it. Huh. Get tag count, game object compare tag switch. Let me see. Nearest, sensor get nearest. Array list get nearest float value. Close. Find closest. Finds the closest object to the specified game object. Optionally filtered by tag and visibility. Only consider objects visible to the camera. So I think the problem right now is we can't use any of this stuff. So we need to. It's almost like what we could do is like when an NPC sees the player, they should set the player's seen by NPC pool to true. So there. All right. So there's that, and then 2 is when an agent is following the player, they check if the player's seen by NPC pool is true or false. If it's true, then the agent continues to follow at a distance, and if it's false, then the agent will move in for the kill. I'll put that in quotes, because I actually am still not sure what I want them to do. So that seems right, but I don't know what kill means yet. What does kill mean? And it's not even kill. Go in for the, yeah, it's like kill quotation marks, right? So I think the thing is, when an agent's following you, maybe they don't necessarily want to kill you, but they want to capture. Go in for the capture. And then let's see. If the player does not see This is kind of difficult. Because what do they want to do? An agent wants to get you and then take you somewhere. And they'll take you, well, I guess they should kind of like, This is one of those slippery slopes where it's like, do you have them take you to the headquarters that they work at to interrogate you, or should they just interrogate you where they capture you? And if they do interrogate you where they capture you, how do they ensure that they're not gonna be seen? Because they you kind of need the privacy, right? To torture information out of somebody, you can't just do it at the fucking bar area of the Manu PD Lounge. You have to, if you did, you'd have to like close the Manu PD Lounge or something. You'd have to kick everybody out, and it's just like, So, okay, how about this? How about let's see. If the agent successfully captures if this agent successfully sneaks up on the player, they grab the player and bring them to the nearest Civ spawn point. When they get to the civ spawn, you're transported to a dark room where you are tortured for information. Alright, so that just becomes its own thing. So you could literally just, so the same way the airport is this like separate place, the torture rooms will also be their own separate place. Okay. Does each city have a place where you could torture somebody in private? Like, you have the motel in DC. You have the flats in London. You have the apartments in Paris. You have the hotel in Berlin. You have multiple hotels in Morocco. And then you have there isn't, I used to want to put the hotel behind, there isn't anywhere in Moscow to do it. Shit. Moscow's the only place. Moscow needs a hotel. So I guess Moscow would have a motel. Fucking Moscow's the problem child. I really... Okay, maybe they take you there. The civ spawn point one is way easier because those other places require rooms to be vacant and for them to, like, you know, I already have to figure out the whole like booking system and like the whole like, you know, like whether or not it's occupied. You don't want some like rando rolling up on you. This is good for now. This is good for now. The civ spawn point one's good for now. Dark room where you're tortured, right? Okay, good. But let's see, we kind of need one. This is several layers deep. If the agent successfully, I'm just gonna copy this, right? Captures, or, yeah. If the agent successfully sneaks up on the player, what do they do? You know? Like... Okay, two things are coming to mind. One is kind of funny. One is that if they're following you and they see that nobody's around you, there's nobody that can see them, then they could take out a tranquilizer gun and fire one shot near you. but 100% of the time it will miss. Or something like that, you know, kind of a little warning. So the tranquilizer dart will miss you, and then that gives you a heads up, so you know you're being shot at, and then you have to like run and actually dodge a tranquilizer dart after that. The only problem with that, though, is that might be such a giveaway every single time, and then I have to give them excellent aiming after, and it's kind of like, But okay, so the other thing is that like they just have to really, really sneak up on you proper, like get behind you so you don't even see them. And then that's like a mini game itself where you have to like withstand, like fight them or withstand them choking you out or something like that. It could just be that they walk towards you, right? And then you have to fight them somehow, and that's a mini game. Whoever wins that mini game is you know. What's a good person in the chat? What is a good mini game that's like that? That kind of suits that need, you know. What's a good like struggle mini game? Because I'm thinking of like, I don't want to do the button mashing one just yet. It might be that I want to save the button mashing one for the torture because that's kind of like where it belongs, I think. This is kind of like agent successfully sneaks up the player. Because okay, another thing too is like I don't want to miss the opportunity to do the strangle thing, you know, where it's like if you don't see them, then they'll sneak up on you and then like put the wire around your neck or something. Or not, I guess they wouldn't put the wire around your neck because they're not trying to kill you. Is that used? That's used for killing people, right? Another thing too is that they could poison you. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I would like to figure out, you know, an interesting enough way for them to kidnap you. Because if they just go into like Terminator mode where like, you know, there's nobody around and then they just start walking towards you, and then when they get to you, you just have to fight them, then that's kind of weird. Like, I don't know, it's just kind of weird to me. And like, I guess a thing that could be done is they could slip something, and you're not necessarily drinking all the time though, so I'm just trying to figure out a way, like how would a spy normally kidnap or capture somebody, you know? It's probably pretty aggressive. Oh! You know what it probably is? That's what it is. If they see you, they'll take you kicking and screaming. And you could try to fight out of it, but if they get you to... I was gonna say they could have you taken to like the street or like some certain checkpoint in a city, because all the cities like have streets, right? They could take you there and then a car would come and then they'd throw you in the car, you know, and then the car would take off and then that would take you to the place. So that's kind of like an extra step between what I have now, because right now what it is like they take you to a civ spawn, but it could be that they take you to a car, because that's very spy movie, right? You just get like mouth around or hand around your mouth, pulled back, you're struggling, and then you have to just like, you know, button mash. In Deep Rock, the thing I've been really digging, Tomak says hey, says hello. What's up, Tomak? How's it going, Tomak? Looks like Tomac might not even be here anymore. But in Deep Rock, they have like the hit left and right thing. Hit A and D really fast to break free. That could be a thing, you know? And it would be a nice precursor to the torture thing if you did do a sort of endurance thing. Because if you're over here like smashing a button, just like da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, just trying to get away, if you don't get away, then they capture you and they take you to get tortured for information. And then when they're torturing you, the minigame of that is another endurance test thing. So like you can already be, it's kind of a way to like weaken you, you know? So you have to do 2 of them back to back. That would be that could be interesting. That could be interesting. I think I like that. I think for right now, what I'll do is like, if the agent successfully sneaks up on the player, let's see. When the agent moves in for the capture, they grab the player and start dragging them to the nearest Civ spawn point. During this, may I ask, what was your first game with Playmaker? It's actually, the anniversary is coming up for my first ever game of Playmaker. It was this. Let's see, Super Pop-Up Piss Cleaner Deluxe 30. Tomac, I will send the link. Where's my mouse at? Oh, duh, I turned it off. Here, it's right. Copy link address. Right here. I made that game about 11 months ago. So next month it will be 1 year since I ever first finished a game in Unity. Yeah. Okay, so nearest Civ spawn point. During this, the player can break free by smashing the like button. Smashing the you know what it should be? It should be smashing the move keys and moving the mouse around violently. So the player's only course of action for that is to also sort of clandestinely eliminate the agent following them. You know, so if you get freed from this, so we'll have, if the player breaks free, the agent is temporarily stunned. And then if the agent successfully gets to the Civ spawn, you're transported to a dark room where you're tortured for information. This looks good. I think this is looking okay. Okay. Not bad, not bad. All right. When the NPC sees the player, they should set the player's seen by NPC pool to true. Let's set that up. Info. Player status. It should be in player status. Player view. Oh, right. Player status, variables, we'll create a new bool. Is seen by NPC. Alright, and now in the NPCs, in this field of view, NPC sensor, set FSM bool. We'll do one of these. Except this will be the player of interest, player status, and is seen by NPC. Let me just make sure these are spelled right. Okay. That looks right to me. Okay. So that's done. Is there a strike through on here? There we go, strike through. Oh, you can make it into a to-do. Okay, I like that. Can you turn all these into to-dos? Yeah, there we go. I like that. Nice. All right, we got that one. This is good. This is a good, it's a good app. I like that. Okay, when an agent is following the player, they check if the player seen by NPC bool is true or false. Okay, so let's do that. It's kind of weird. Hope I'm not fucking something up there. You know, in fact, I'm gonna run the game really quick just to make sure I can still do ragdoll stuff with the NPCs. Oop. Alright, they're all about to spawn. Eee. Alright, they're all right there. Pop. Cool, pop. Alright, it seems like they're all working okay. Alright. Not bad. Pop. Uh-oh. Weird. Should I just disable that guy? Pop. Oh, pop. God damn it. Boom. Boom. Why was he running for the Monopedi Lounge? Boom. Ah. Boom. I shouldn't be doing this right now. I should be working on it. But that is kind of a weird thing that when you kill a source, something breaks. Gotta pay attention to that. Boom. Oh, look at all these people. They got scared. Boom. And boom. Oh. Spooked ya. Boom. Everybody's all scared. Boom. Oh, missed. Boom. Damn it. Boom. Got him. Boom. Boom. Oh, didn't hit his head. Boom. Oh, come on. Boom. There we go. Alright, enough GTA. It's too addicting to play with ragdolls like this. Where are you going? Boom. This guy's just hanging out at the library. I like that guy's suit. Okay. Why was it? Oh yeah, I just wanted to make sure that gravity shit wasn't fucking with anything. Doesn't look like it is so far. So far, so good. So for game manager, I'll turn NPC builder back on, and we'll turn off this spawner. Turn it off. Come on. And we're going to our NPCs into the agent routine, I believe. I ordered food, and it's gonna be here in about half an hour. Oh, a little less maybe. Yeah, nice. But I'm starving right now. Actually, I'm not starving, but I'm just like, I'm kind of in that fog, you know? Follow target. Let's look at this follow target thing. We want, when an agent is following the player, they check if the player's seen by NPC bool is true or false. So, they check if, there's a couple of things here. Okay. Look at all these conditions. I'm excited. I love just keeping organized. All right, so when the agent is following the player, they check if the player's seen by NPC bool is true or false, and they check if they should have like a distance thing too. Like, do they just walk up to the player? At what point do they run? Do they even run? Do they just walk up to the player that entire time they're just playing it super chill? it probably is chill if we just, or not chill, but like it's probably cool if they just walk towards the player. I can imagine that being interesting. So we'll just have them keep walking, right? So the player is seen by NPC bool is true or false, and then if it's true, they continue to fall at a distance. If it's false, then they will move in for the capture. So if it's false, then they move in for the capture. That's what we're trying to do here. So they're checking if it's true or false. So in here, check in route guess, waiting to see player. So they don't see the player here, right? Or they might see the player. This is just a checking state. So we only want them to check if they can see the player. So this whole system is based on there's some things in conflict here, because let's play the game and watch how they behave. You'll see how these guys behave. We'll play the game right after I check this off right here. So they last look around and then back to Civ B routine. They check is following the player. Okay. In route to guess. Okay, we set the in route to guess to false over here. Set bool value. As in route is false, and so is in route guess. Okay, we'll take both of these. Reset to routine. Okay, so if we play this now, this should just send back. Okay, let's do it. Because what I'm thinking is like, I like them following the player at a distance. But then when, so let's find out who hates America. Let's see. Is London. London hates America today. Oops. Player warp. Dinah says hello. What's up, Dinah? Player warp 1. How's it going, Dinah? Look how glitchy London is. I still haven't even bothered to update London. Okay, so we're heading towards one of these guys. It's this guy, I think, right here. This guy, this is an agent. Right here, this agent works for the agency that hates where I come from, where my player comes from. My character comes from DC, which is America, and the rival agency of this guy's place, London, is America, so he's gonna follow me. So if I go like right here, I'm out of sight, and he has to keep following me. He wants to keep an eye on me. So, oh, maybe it's not him. Maybe it's this guy. Oh shit, was it this dude? Hold up. Okay, so this guy can see me. Okay, what if I go right here? Whoever the mole is gonna be clipping through walls. Aha, it was him. So this dude's following. That's so funny. Okay, so this dude's, Mechalina says, happy weekend and Friday. Happy weekend and Friday, Mechalina. Happy weekend indeed. It's a good one. I'm excited to get some of these actions in play. We got this mole, and I mean not sorry mole. This agent working out pretty good. Let's see. So he's looking at me. If I go around this corner, he always waits a few seconds. I think they wait 3 seconds, and then aha. See, he's following me. And the thing is, he'll keep following me. But he'll always stay at a distance if he does see me. Nice, my food's gonna come here in 10 minutes. Okay, so see? He stopped over there. But if I go too far, he'll follow me a little bit. See, he's following me again. But look, I'll stop right here. And he'll probably stop at the edge of those stairs. Yeah, see that? He won't get too close. He'll stay nice and far. Oh, I moved a little bit. And then if I get too close... Ah, that's actually something... Oh, yeah, no, there it goes, there it goes. Yeah. He'll stop. That's good, good. He'll kind of stop. Alright. See? And he'll even turn around to look at me. See? Look at that motherfucker. But what I want to happen is I want it to be like, if he saw that nobody was around right here, that if nobody was looking at me, he would attack me. He would try to kidnap me. So I guess that's okay to do. I have to make it so that there is enough situations where he will follow me. Because I don't know how often I'll have that little NPC can see me bool set to true. Let's just try it. Let's see what happens. Because I have a feeling that eventually when I do get the game into a position where there's like a bunch of, filler NPCs around, then, he'll have to stay his distance and he really will just have to find like the most opportune time. So I'm just gonna run with that. I guess I will just commit. So the way we can have that set up is at this agent routine, follow target, edit. I have a feeling, I'm thinking maybe we should do it all in this FSM. Dinah says, do you think the coding in Playmaker is optimized? It's pretty optimized. It's pretty optimized. It's a bunch of C# scripts that are running essentially what you would have done, like if you were programming things normally. Like really, like a lot of it is just what people, like everybody's gonna write the same rotate, move, set agent destination, scaling options, setting text, all that stuff. Everybody's gonna write more or less like the same code. And so having a bunch of C# scripts that just fill in those variables for you, that's like, it's about as optimized as you can get. From what I understand. That's a huge caveat. I'm not like a C# expert, but like, yeah, that's pretty much, I think, something that people who are actually into coding and everything, they'll agree and they'll tell you that like it's still super optimized. I don't know which of these states. I'm kind of thinking like get random v3 en route to v3. Like, where do you check if the player is looking? Or I mean, sorry, if the player is spotted. Player is seen by NPC bool. I guess maybe a way to do this is to set it back to the agent routine, right? If the seen by NPC bool is constantly... Oh. Let me change something. Or actually, no. If the agent is walking by the player and they see them, they check if the player is seen by anyone else by getting that bool from them. But up until that point, before they even saw the player, that one bool value would return false, because false is usually the default state. Because I'm trying to think about how you would go back and forth between, okay, he was spotted versus, you know, like the agent will be following and then they'll be like, okay, nobody's looking. And so they'll go in for the kill. And then if suddenly someone is looking, does that cancel it out or do they just commit to it? They probably just commit to it, right? Agent just grabs you, is kidnapping you, and people are looking now, and they go, fuck it, I'm already too far into this, I just gotta commit to it. Okay, so that doesn't really change anything. That's good, that's good. Okay. So they grab you only when nobody's looking. Where does that go? Okay, check in route progress. Lost player, guest player, check too far, get player en route to player. I think you would put one right here. Right at the back to start. You would put a bool test, a get FSM bool. Get FSM bool. And shit, but the problem is this one kind of ends on this bool test. Maybe check too far. Maybe at this idle state. This idle state could be it. This is a decent place to put it. Idle. And check is seen bool. So we'll get FSM bool in here. We'll put it at the top, and we'll be specifying the player of interest, and the FSM name is, what is it? Player status. Oops. Player status is seen by NPC. Player status is seen by NPC. Oh, you know what's fucked up? Is that if they see them, that will set it to true. God damn it! So I have to check for that. Oh, Harrison's calling. He's calling me back. Yo, what up?
Dude, sorry, I almost forgot to call you back.
No worries. I almost totally forgot to call you back recently. I'm actually in the middle of a stream right now.
What?
Yeah.
Alright, should I call you back or what?
Yeah, you want to say hi to the chat really quick?
Sure.
Here, I'll put you on... I'm going to put your face. Chat, I want you to say hello to Harrison. I'm going to do just webcam. And then...
Is this the Stevie Army?
The Stevie Army, yeah. Here we go.
Say
Say hello.
What's up, Stevie Army?
They call me Stevie, my family and old friends. But yeah, let me hit you up when I grab my food in a little bit. I'm gonna do a couple rounds today. All right, bye. I'll tell him you guys said hello. Is a wee bit disrespectful, I think, to be called the Army. Are we really called Stevie Army? See, I just said that, right? It's a wee bit. I feel like it's a little inappropriate. But you know, he's just being funny. Where the hell was I? Generally, how do you manage all these variables? They are mostly within FSM variables, or are they all global? No, not global. You want to see how many global variables I have? Check this out. Editor windows, global variables. Yeah, these ones. In fact, I don't even know why this should not be. This should not be a global variable. But game manager, mission builder, and sun directional light. I have 3 global variables. Everything else, I use a game manager. I have an object in my scene called game manager, and I put the first FSM on it is called variables. And so this is sort of a way to get access to a ton of variables from all around the game without having to make them global. Is that my food already? Hi, for Steven?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Thanks, you too.
Put this down. Okay, this needs a tutorial. Yeah, you know, that's actually something that I thought about for one of the last devlogs. I wanted that to make that a whole section to talk about using the game manager as like as a way of managing your game. Hence the name, the game manager. But yeah, it's just a way to. I mean, man, so Mechalina, are you using like a lot of global variables? Like, do you have more than 10? Everybody in the chat, actually, I'm wondering, do you have more than 10 global variables? There's nothing wrong with them. I'm sure there are fringe cases in which using many global variables is fine, but generally speaking, it's sort of a risky way to do things. Lol, yep. Yeah. It could be problematic at times. It could really get your head spinning when you're using global variables. But you know, if you can make it work, nothing wrong with that. It's just better practice, from what I understand. I have like 30 player stat global variables, and I share them between scenes and FSMs. You know what's funny is, Mechalina, I remember when you recommended that I use a global variable to transfer. When I did the character builder scene, how I wanted to take, okay, you built the character in this scene, but now transfer that to the world, like the actual gameplay scene. And you were like, oh, just use a global variable. And I was like, ooh. Thought that was kind of funny. Okay, so I wanna get some things set up so before I have dinner. What I was gonna do is I was in this NPC, and I was in the agent routine. It was in the follow target, right, and it's right here. Here it is. Check his scene pool. So the thing is like, this system doesn't work. I have to make it so only if they're an agent do they calling me out, man. Lol. NBD. But yeah, I was this close right now. I thought that this would work. This might still work in some way, but sucks because if the agent is looking at the player, then the player's bool is being set to is seen by NPC. Oh, you know what I could do is maybe I can have it so when agents are like created, they deactivate that somehow. So where is it? Let me see if there's a good way to kind of deactivate this. I could put this in a separate FSM, and I could make it so that whenever an agent is born, they turn that off. Yeah. Okay. Let's try it. Oh boy, man. House of motherfucking cards. FSM. We'll call this is seen by NPC, and that's just what the FSM will be called. And we'll put this in there, except we'll get FSM bool. The FSM will be from NPC sensor, and the variable name is can see player, and we'll store it in can see player. There we go. And this is running every frame. Okay, and I'll just turn this off. Oh wait, and I need to get player of interest too. Game objects. So NPC sensor, player of interest, player of interest. Okay, and we'll run this every frame. So if they're an agent, this will get turned off, which means that we have to, we'll do this. We'll just do it in the state. This will be nice. We'll set this as the start state. So I'll have a finished, and go here, and we'll have a get FSM and num, and it will be getting the enum from the NPC. It'll be, I want to say behavioral attributes has it. NPC type, yep. And the enum type is we'll store it in a new variable called NPC type. And then you have an enum compare, which will compare NPC type enum variable, this one, compare it to shit, we have to create one in here. What is it? It's a NPC type underscore agent, and it is a enum add enum type my game NPC type. Holy smokes, here we go. Agent is already the default. Nice. Okay, cool. And we're comparing it to, hey, NPC type. Oh wait, no. Agent. Wait, what? Oh, because I have to make... Here we go, my bad. I forgot to do this. Yes, I do. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on? I wanted to get that FSM and num. The num type is NPC type. Me storing it in NPC type. Okay, there we go. And then we compare it. To agent, right, there we go, now it works. And we'll get rid of this finished event. So if it's equal, we'll have a true, and if it's not equal, we'll have a false. Oops. Okay, so if it's true, if they're the same, then it goes down here and it turns everything off. Or no, I'm sorry. Wait. If it's true, it goes over here where it'll turn things off. And if it's... Wait, hold on. This is why I need to eat food soon. Okay, here we go. I got this. I'm gonna nail this right now. The state starts, it gets the NPC type from this NPC. It compares it and it goes, hey, are you an agent? And if it's equal, it says yes, that's an agent. Then it goes to true, which means it goes over to here, which turns off the enable FSM owner, right? This one. And it disables it. All right, so it just turns it off. And then, if it's false though, if it's something else, it goes here, and it does all the stuff we told it to do, the can see player thing. So that's fine. Run is seen by NPC, and then we'll have this disable FSM. And then we have check if agent. All right. Just kind of do one of these, red and green. Okay, good. So that's running, that works good now. So we can do this thing. So it's getting the FSM. If this is, if the player of interest is seen by NPC, we'll store the value in a new variable called is seen by NPC. And then you'll do a bool test, which will only do something if that's true. If it's false. So is seen by NPC. We'll do is true. Or no, I'm sorry. It won't do anything if it's true. It'll only do something if it's false. And we'll have both of these running every frame. So if it's true this whole time, it'll still do this counter thing. Otherwise, if we send off to false, it'll take us down here, and here is where we'll do the go in for the kill thing. Go in for the kill. All right, so I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna have my little early dinner, late lunch, and I'm gonna come back, and we're gonna make it so these agents jump the player when they're not looking. I'm excited. I hope I get that up and running tonight. All right. I'll talk to you guys all in a little bit. Peace, peace, peace.